Hi, today we're going to learn about how to write a CV. And in America, they call it a resume. So, what is a CV? So, it might be easier if we just do a true and false exercise to understand what a CV is. So, I'll ask you a question, let me know if it's true or false. You can't get a job without a CV. True or false? The answer is false. Most jobs do ask for a CV, but sometimes you can ask family and friends, or it's a job application instead. So you don't always have to have a CV, but it's always good to have one prepared. Once you have a CV, you can use the same one for any job that you apply for. True or false? The answer is false. Because you might be applying for multiple jobs with different skills. So you might be applying for a job at Nando's or a job cleaning. So you'll use different skills. It's always good to kind of tailor it for that job and the skills that they require. You cannot contact a company to ask about a possible job vacancy, even if they're not advertising. True or false? The answer is true. You can just go up to a company, even if they're not advertising, email them, give them a call, go in the shop, restaurant, just ask, are you looking for anybody at the moment? Do you have any job vacancies? You never know. Things aren't advertised, but there might be a job coming up. Work experience only means work that you have been paid for. True or false? The answer is false. So a lot of people at your age don't even have paid work experience. Maybe you do voluntary work or work experience in school. So it's always good to put any voluntary work that you've done down. Most recruiters only spend an average of 15 seconds reading a CV. True or false? That was 15 seconds. Do you think they only spend 15 seconds? The answer is true. So maybe the top way it looks, it needs to stand out before they start reading it. You can't have all the important information on the second page. All the important information needs to be at the top, and first impressions count. You should always put details about your age, nationality, marital status on your CV. True or false? So marital status means, are you single? Are you married? Nationality, are you British? Are you Spanish? The answer is false. In the UK, we suggest you do not put this information as it causes discrimination. Some countries ask for this, but definitely not in the UK. Do not put this information on your CV. It is not relevant. There is no point writing the CV until you need to look for a job. True or false? The answer is false. Because you might have done something now, might have got an achievement, a record, work experience. By the time you write a CV in a year or so, maybe you'll forget. So it's good to just start writing things down, put in a Word document. So, how to write a CV. So, by the end of this session, you'll have a finished CV, and this CV can use for a part time job, weekend job, holiday job, or working for the job in the future, or even an apprenticeship application. So, questions to think about: what makes you different from everyone else? How would your friends, relatives, teachers describe you? Obviously, positives only. What have you done in your spare time? Any awards, trips, helped a family member, work experience, voluntary, hobbies? And what skills do you have? You might not think these skills are relevant, but actually they're transferable, which means they are relevant for the job that you are applying for. Here's a quick YouTube video you can watch. I'll put the link later so you can watch it. So I will send you at the end of the presentation like a really quick template how to do a CV. But at the top of the CV, at the top you put your name, your full name. You don't have to put your middle name. You put your address, telephone number, email address. Make sure it's correct. And when you put your address, make sure you put your full postcode as well. So personal profile, or sometimes it's called personal statement. This is the first thing you need to write. It's at the top below your name, address, and everything like that. Describe yourself in 3 to 4 lines. So first line, I'm looking for a part-time job in retail while studying for my GCSEs. So really is an opening sentence about what you're looking for. Last line, in the future, I would like to be a because. So I'll give you some examples to help you. So I'm just suggesting 2 to 3 sentences. You don't have to write a lot in this personal profile or personal statement section at the top. Talk about your skills, hobbies, work experience. For example, I'm a sporty person, I'm a team player as I play for my local netball team. I've had experience in a bar collecting glasses. I've had 100% attendance at school, which shows that I'm reliable and punctual. Here's some examples. Like I said, you only need to write a few sentences and make it short and snappy. Here's some more examples. I won't read them out. You can read them yourself, but maybe that's something you can take from there. So this is for the top section. And then below that, you're going to have a skills section, and you probably don't even realize what skills you have because you've not even thought about it. But I bet you have most of these skills. Problem solving, numeracy, are you good at maths? Customer service, do you have a good telephone manner? Are you good at motivation? Do you work well under pressure? Here's just some examples. Other skills, good timekeeping. Are you responsible? Have you had experience in the past, maybe as a babysitter? Do you have good organization skills, teamwork? I'm sure you have most of these skills. And if you're not sure, at the end, I'll show you a quick skills test you can do. Other skills, creative, committed, hardworking, positive attitude. Do you speak a foreign language? That's a skill. Trustworthy. Are you good at multitasking? These are lots of different skills. I'm sure you have a few. And I suggest maybe put 4 or 5 different skills, and also make sure you put an example for each one. And there's a work experience section. Some people might have not done work experience. So maybe think about if you've volunteered, if you helped at school, have you done a project, reading buddies, are you a prefect, scouts, Duke of Edinburgh? Have you done any voluntary work with your church, with your parents, with your family, friends? Have a think. It'd be good to write something, and if you can't think of anything, you can leave it blank, but I suggest you write some work experience. Grades. So if you don't know your grades, make sure you ask your teachers. Do you have any other certificates or awards at school, outside of school? Did you win best dance? Have you won a grade in piano? Do you know what your target grades are? Like I said, ask your teachers if you're not sure. Personal interests. So in the interest section, hobbies, I'm sure you will have some interests. Here's some examples. Do you play chess? Do you walk your dogs? Do you bake? Do you cook? Do you like books? Don't just say I read books. Say what type of books you like to read. Do you like to listen to music? Go to the gym? Do you babysit at the weekend? Do you play for a football team, sports team? And also make sure you write this in full sentences. I play for a sports team as a winger. Don't just say, I play football. Put a little bit more detail. Do not put on your personal interests. You enjoy watching Love Island or Big Brother, or you just enjoy hanging around at your local park. What do you think that says about you? Just hanging around at your local park with your mates doesn't sound very positive. Or do not put I have no interests, because that makes you sound very boring. References. You probably don't know what this means, but really you put down your favorite teacher, and a reference means they give you a good word. So you need to make sure they are going to give you a good word. Maybe your sports coach, dance teacher, any work experience. Definitely do not put family members, because it's going to be biased. And finally, you have to make sure you check it before you send it off for a job, particularly spelling and grammar. If somebody sees a spelling or grammar mistake, they'll just put it in the bin. They know that you didn't check it. It has to be perfect. Go to your local restaurants, shops, hairdressers, dog walkers, give out your CV, print 20 copies, make sure you keep editing it, give it to neighbours, relatives. You can apply online, local job sites. Some big companies like supermarkets, JD Sports, they only accept applications via their websites, so they don't accept CVs. And a lot of jobs do ask you have to be 16, so don't be disheartened if they say, sorry, you have to be 16. So I'm going to show you a tool called My World of Work. It's free. So if you want help making a CV, this is a really good website. So go on this website called My World of Work. Here is the login. You press register at the top, but here is the website. Then click on to help plan my own career, and then you are a secondary school pupil. Year group. This is a Scottish website. That's why it looks a bit strange. So year group, make sure you put the right year group down. And then at the side, hopefully when you've logged in at the side, it will say CV here. If you can't find that, there's the link below where you just click there, and then that's how you can make your CV. And then you'll show this screen where it's got like lots of different things you have to fill in: personal details, personal statements, skills, experience, education, interests, achievements, references. You have to fill out every section. And every time you fill out the section, you need to press save, because otherwise you'll lose it. So like I said, if you don't have any work experience, please leave it out. Skills, there's a little quiz you can do if you click on it to see what skills you've got. Education, make sure you put your target grades, don't lie. And ask your teachers if you're unsure. Achievements, any certificates inside or outside of school. References, best to give 2. And make sure you put like the full address for school. If there's anything at the side you can't fill out, maybe just ask me and I can help you. And then once you've done it, it's saved everything, you've done all the sections, you'll get this screen. So you can download it with the download button. Next to it is an email option, but it's best to download it first to check it. There's also the, bear with me. Sorry about that. There's also the view button. You can copy it or edit it or delete it. So once you download it, it'll give you an option for Word document. So that's really easy, and then you can just edit it. Here's an example of mine. It's not the best, but just give you an example what it's going to look like. And as it's Word, you can change it. You can change the font, change the layout, add things, change it, check the spelling. And like I said, make sure you get a teacher or somebody to check the spellings before you send it off. And good luck with your application. Good luck with your CV. I've got an extension task here, just to see that before you apply for a job, that you actually read what they're looking for, the skills, so you can change your CV accordingly. Here's a job advert. If you want to pause it, and then what I'm asking for, what skills and qualities that they're looking for, what can you put on your CV to make it relevant for this job? So I suggest pause it and read it. This is the next one. These are what they're looking for, the skills and experience. Make sure you reference this on your CV. At least speak about a few of them and give an example. If you haven't had any retail experience, maybe you can volunteer in a charity shop. They're always looking for people. Here's another one, a glass collector. So I've highlighted the skills, what they're looking for. Do you think you can do this job? Well, thank you for listening, and good luck with your CV, and please send it to me so I can check it.